All right. Bonsoir, y'all. My name is Brita, and tonight on Witches Unite, we are doing another Friday night live stream with a special guest, Rowan of Rowan Reports. Although, now I realize, for whatever reason, I just put my headphones in, and I can't hear Rowan, and I don't know why.
Oh no.
Wait, but now I can hear you.
Okay, good. Yay.
Okay, so maybe it was just a pause. I don't know. I was like, everything was working fine. Yeah. Basically, Dan had to help me set it up. OBS was being a pain, so my window is super complicated, but it means that everyone can see Rowan. So, clearly it was worth the extra wait for me to have a surprise special guest. Okay, let me see who all is here. Let's see. Harry is here. Joanna is here. Valeriana is here. Snaz is here. Melissa is here. And Melissa has already hit that like button. Good work, Melissa. Joseph is here. Cindy is here. Katie is here. Jen is here. Allison is here. I think I said hi to everybody. If I didn't say hi to you.
Joanne?
Yeah, I got Joanne.
Okay.
Yeah, Joanne, I got her she's one of the first people in chat. Okay. And apparently it's super cold where Cindy lives. So I'm sorry if anyone is dealing with cold weather. I mean, it's like Georgia cold. So, it's in the 30s and I haven't left the house since. It was nice on Wednesday, which is when I went and got a pedicure with my mother-in-law, but now it's cold. All right, I'm going to get these emergencies real quick, and then I will start beaconing. Real quick, if you are new here, let us know, and we'll explain the beacon strategy. Hi, Nicola. And if you need to be friends with people, put your friend code in chat, and we can add you. So, Rowan, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about what you do on the interwebs and where people can find you, and also kind of what your post-Wizards Unite creative plans are?
Sure, not a problem. I'm Rowan of Rowan Reports. I don't know why I keep doing finger guns. It's one of those days. It's a Friday and I've already used up every brain cell I have left. Oh, sweet babies. All right. So, I make Wizards Unite content, as you guessed, I'm certain. I also my post Wizards Unite concept is making skit stuff for my YouTube channel. Some commentary type things. I'm going to take my film degree out of my pocket, polish it, show it off for a minute, and then put it back where it belongs. And then I'm also Twitching, so you can find me on both YouTube and Twitch. And Twitch is Mondays, where we do Magical Mondays. And once I'm off of this work schedule, which means I can be up late, I'm also going to be reading Harry Potter fanfic at night so that people can fall asleep to the sound of me reading them stories, because I love falling asleep to stories, so maybe someone else would like to fall asleep to me reading them a story? I don't know. Anyway, I put my friend code in the chat in case you're not friends with me yet, because that needs to be corrected. I want to be friends with the last people here.
Yes.
I'm also going to be Twitching on the last day, Pacific time zone, because I live in Oregon, where it's Oregon cold, which means it's in the upper 40s and just wet. So wet. So incredibly rainy and moist. Anyway, so I'm going to be here until the lights turn off in the Pacific time zone.
Yeah, because at this point, if you're still hanging out for live streams, then you're probably aware of what's going on, but Wizards Unite will be shutting off based on your time zone as January 30th turns to January 31st. So it'll be 12:01 a.m., so just after midnight on Monday the 31st, based in your local time zone. So if you're in a later time zone, like Rowan, then you get the game slightly longer. So, hi,
Just
Annette.
Come here.
Okay, quick question, you guys. Which profession should I play as? Because I can be an auror again, I can be a professor, or I can be a magizoologist. So
You can be all three.
yes,
You're multi-talented.
I finally finished my auror build recently.
Nice.
And I learned that you can create polls recently. Which profession? And then let me put my little answers in there. Real quick. And since we did get started late, I will run late, so you guys will have a full 2 hours. So answer the poll. Tell me which profession to be. Hey, Harry Potter, I am glad that you made it. Joseph, I'm not sure what question you were asking about gifts.
I wanted to. Oh, excuse me. I wanted to be on this stream because I am. I don't know if you can see it on my thing, but I am a liver away from level 60, and I wanted to hop to level 60 with everyone, not just by myself in my car in a parking lot or something.
Oh.
So.
It's okay. It is fun to get achievements with people. I got really, my elite achievement was off stream, but I got really close on stream. So that was nice. And I don't know if you guys saw after my stream yesterday, and a couple people sent me extravagant runestone gifts. I got one more node on my advanced adversarial combat magizoology build, but now of course I'm down to 0 spellbooks. So but that's okay. This is just my bonus goal. It is not part of my Wizards Unite bucket list, so I'm not complaining. While you guys fill out the poll, I want to show you what I finally posted online, if I can find the link. So the Wizards Unite Hub patrons, thanks to their support, I was able to hire a designer literally months ago. And I have finally put those designs on Teespring. So these are original designs. They're inspired by the game, which will be pretty obvious once you look at them. But they're completely original. It's not artwork that you'll find in the game. I have posted the black line drawings and then the full color drawings, and then I'll have the white designs up tomorrow, and I'm gonna do the ones I have so far are basically as big as they can go in the printable space, and then I'll do some small ones this weekend as well. Yeah, I can pin that. And one thing to keep in mind with my Teespring shop, I run the Wizards Unite Hub one and of course, my Witches Unite one, is that my prices are a lot lower than anyone else who is doing Wizards Unite merch. So some of them, I'm only getting $1.50 of profit per thing. I think the one that I'm getting the most money on is $11, and that's the long sleeve t-shirt. Everything else is $8 or less, and a lot of things are only $2. So I've tried to price things really, really low just because I want everyone who wants something to be able to get one. Okay, so I'm going to end the poll. 40% of you want me to be an Auror. So I'm going to play as an Auror. Let me switch real quick. And
Might as well get in that new, the new profession.
it's been
right?
fun. Yeah, I've played a couple of times now. And I'm still learning. People in chat basically have to remind me what to do. So, but it's really fun trying something different. And I mean, for the final weekend when we're like streaming nonstop for a couple of days, I'm going to do my OG professor. But for now, since I just finished my Auror build a couple weeks ago, I'm enjoying it while I can. Thank you, Harry Potter. I was really excited with the designer. I think it's important to pay people for being creative, which is why I hired a designer to do these. And I ended up giving him a big tip because his work was like 10 times better than I expected. And I only thought he was going to give me one design for each profession, and he gave me 3 designs for each profession. So,
oh, dude.
Pay your artists, you guys. Always pay your artists. Harry Potter, great. You can teach me how to be an Auror. So the main thing that I keep forgetting is, like, what to use on the Auror foes. Because I know that you should confuse, like, 5-star Urklings and 5-star werewolves, and then sometimes the 4-star and the Urklings and werewolves. And if you have extra focus, you can weaken the other stuff for professors because they get the bonus if they have multiple things on them. I don't confuse acromantulas. But yeah, other than that, for the most part, I just play it safe and I just pass focus. So I'm like, the professors can do stuff.
I have a hard enough time remembering just what I can do as a professor, let alone having to remember everything for all the other professions, too.
It's so hard.
I still have to stop and think about who is strong against this thing, because it's not the thing I'm strong against, so I don't have to remember that.
Right. Luckily, you get the little symbols. Yeah, Dan was being a total smart aleck the first time I was playing as an Auror. And he was like, do you see where it's green? That means you're proficient against it. Wow, gee, thanks, babe. I couldn't have figured that out by myself.
I appreciate your help.
I know, he's so helpful. Okay, Jen says always do 4-star Urklings. Okay, 4-star and 5-star Urklings, 5-star werewolves. Okay, sometimes 4-star werewolves. Weaken elite acromantulas and weaken 5-star Death Eaters.
Acromantulas are tanks. They take so many. They're so hard to damage.
Yeah.
So anything you can do to make it easier to damage them.
That's true. Harry Potter has great advice. Just pass the other Auror if I forget. So true. So true. I mean, like, you can take care of this other Auror. Yesterday on stream, though, I kept on being the only Auror in a chamber. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. It was very stressful. So,
I'm sorry that you were stressed out, dear.
It's okay. It was also fun, You get to
I'm sure you're stressed humor to others.
Well, I was like, you got to be dramatic and silly and be like, I don't know what I'm doing, and like flail out my little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms and just, yeah. And Snaz says pass focus is number 1. Yes, definitely. I love passing focus, especially in the beginning, because as a professor, I know how much I want focus. Which, by the way,
especially in the beginning.
Snaz, as the only person I know who's in Georgia, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, I'm hosting a meetup at Sugarloaf Mills at 2 p.m. But I know that is the opposite side of Atlanta for you. But yeah, I don't think you're in the Atlanta Wizards Unite Discord, but like no one's there anymore. I've been trying to reach out to people individually. Yeah, it's gonna be my last local meetup. It's also my first local meetup since February 2020. I'll be wearing a mask the entire time.
Yeah. I am officially complaining because I not only have not seen a beacon, I haven't seen another soul.
Oh, sad. Rowan, you gotta find the bus.
Yeah, I know, right? I have my wand out, but the bus isn't stopping here.
You know, it's, I just had a total brain fart. It's not Ernie, because Ernie is I guess Ernie is the bus driver.
Yeah.
But he's clearly slacking. So. Okay, Snaz. I understand. Shunpike, thank you. Stan Shunpike, yes. I like Stan Shunpike. He just like reminds me. He's such a great character. And if you guys have ever seen, they have a Stan-like character at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and they cast those actors so well. Like they're so funny and colorful and just over the top ridiculous.
So Wizarding World of Harry Potter, is that the one in Florida? Is that a game? I'm not.
Oh yeah, the park. Yeah. So
the park.
At the Universal Parks. So
Universal Park.
They have it's only it's definitely not in California. I don't know if the parks in other countries have Diagon Alley. Orlando obviously has both Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade. So the night bus is outside of Diagon Alley, and it's a London facade, like Muggle London facade. And so the night bus is outside of that, and they have a Stan character who stands there and like takes pictures and interacts with guests and everything, and he's hilarious. So
nice. There is a possibility that we will be going there this summer. So
yeah, you definitely should. To the one in Florida?
Yeah. Florida in the summer, I don't know what we're thinking.
I mean, you're a brave soul.
It's the only time everyone can get there, so it's like, hey.
It's
bring the bug spray and the sunscreen and the stuff for heat stroke, and I'll be fine.
Yeah, it's rough. Although I will say, I don't know if you guys have your dates yet. If you go, I think it's in July, is going to be one of the LeakyCons this year.
Okay.
Dan and I are going to the LeakyCon in Denver in October when it's not Orlando in the summer. But if you're already in Orlando in the summer, and you have flexibility in your dates, LeakyCon is also a possibility. Yes, and Harry Potter points out that it's Grimmauld Place, and it's so cool because if you watch long enough, you can see Creature open up the curtains and kind of like glare down at you and then close the curtain again.
Dude.
So
I love those attentions to detail.
It's just, it's so good. Like, I was last there in 2019 with Chris, and I had planned the trip before their partner died, and so just by chance, I ended up being there less than 2 months after Chris's partner died. And so I was just really glad that we could be there together.
Yeah.
And,
you could be there to support them. And, yeah.
And of course, Dan, best husband ever, because I was like, hey, babe, I kind of feel like going to Florida for 4 days to hang out with Chris. And he's like, but I was like, you don't have the vacation time. And he's like, that sounds great. You go by yourself to Orlando. And spend 4 days at a theme park and enjoy a vacation without me.
Without me.
Yeah. He's a very supportive husband, because not everybody is understanding about that. Although it was just it was like early November, so of course not peak season. So I got the flight on points.
Mm-hmm.
The hotel might have been on points as well. And then I got a super cheap package for tickets. So it was a pretty cheap trip.
Nice.
Um,
Good.
yeah. But Chris and I had a lot of fun. It was decorated for Christmas. So, like, everything was so gorgeous.
You know, I've never been there I've been to Disney World and Disneyland several times because my mom used to work for the Disney store just so that she would get the free tickets. And so we would go every couple of years when I was in like middle school, high school age.
Okay.
But it always had to be in the summer because she was a teacher.
Oh,
and that's when she had off. And so I'm almost used to Florida and California in the summer. I remember it just well enough to know that I don't want to be there in the summer. I've always wanted to be there like Halloween time, Christmas time, because I want to see how they change it up for the holidays, but that's never happened.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. I mean, you can still make it work. Like Dan and I, we went to a wedding in Orlando in August years ago, and we still did a day at Disney World, and you know, we did like rope drop to fireworks. So full day at Disney World, the day before the wedding, and you know, it really wasn't that bad. Joseph is on the bus, so very exciting. Harry Potter has pointed out that, we can have a meetup with Gita in Denver, and it'll be awesome. Joanne is officially complaining that she cannot find the bus. Harry Potter has taken care of the stupid bot for me. Joanne is saying it's 4 years ago today since she went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in California for the first time. That's exciting. Cindy is also complaining that she hasn't found the bus. Joanna's pointing out the Disneyland at Halloween was so cool. Yeah. We were, so Dan and I were actually at California Adventure on Halloween this year, which was amazing. And then I did a solo day.
You came
at
from
Disneyland.
there. You came to Atlanta straight from California when we did the convention, and that was right after.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, who needs sleep?
Jealous. Yeah, I know you were at a level of exhausted that is hard to understand, but still.
I was so tired, but yeah, I mean, free trip to California, not gonna complain.
Yeah, no.
It was Dan's work trip, so. But yeah, Disney at Halloween, it's so cool. And that was my first time seeing Haunted Mansion at Disneyland does an entire, like, ride makeover, with The Nightmare Before Christmas. And they do that, like, Halloween through Christmas, which was really cool.
Which is how it should be done.
Like, yeah, it's a Halloween Christmas movie, so...
Yeah.
Obviously.
I do Halloween Nightmare Before Christmas so that I can put up my decorations for Halloween. And then I just leave them up through Christmas and then take them down so I don't have to decorate twice.
I love it. I like the way you think. Camper's happy has found the bus. What? Jen is saying we did Orlando Universal in August 2019. We stayed at one of the hotels. We went early in the morning, had lunch, and went back to the room during the heat of the day. Yeah, that's honestly one of the best ways to do it. If you're staying in a hotel and if you can take breaks during the worst part of the day. When Dan and I the only time we did Universal together, we did a big Orlando trip in 2015. We did 3 days at Disney and 2 days at Universal. Well, I caught a cold the third day at Disney. So luckily, the Universal tickets were not on specific dates. So, and we had some flexibility in our schedule because we were visiting friends in another part of Florida that weekend. So I spent like one day sleeping at the hotel. And then the next 2 days, we got there really early since hotel guests could come in like an hour early. And then we just left at like 3 o'clock each day because I did not have the energy to do the park that long. But since we got there so early, we did all the Harry Potter rides multiple times before anyone else got there. And then Dan did all the roller coasters single rider because with my cold, like that whole inner ear thing made me...
Yeah.
I normally really like roller coasters, but I couldn't do it while I was sick. So... Nicola is officially complaining with night bus management. Yeah. You got to fill out the form, and then do it in triplicate, and make sure it goes to all of the correct people for that to work. Julietta went to Universal Orlando in January 2020. And you were going to go this year, but your mom has a Sputnik vaccine and the USA doesn't allow it. Yeah, everything's kind of crazy right now with getting in and out of countries. So
yeah, for some reason, travel is a little complicated now.
It is complicated.
I don't know why.
It's very confusing. I don't get it. Dan and I have booked a trip to Europe for this summer. Rowan's on the bus. Woo!
Oh.
Woo!
Yes. Restarting and then threatening my phone with a knife.
Yeah.
That's what did it.
Yeah. Your phone was like, whoa, she is serious. I gotta find the bus so that I can live to play another day.
Yes.
But yeah, Dan and I are hopefully going to Europe this summer. We have tickets. For all of you who could get to London, y'all need to just, add me as a friend on Discord, and we're going to plan something so that we can meet up. I'm super excited about finally meeting Mark. And...
Okay. So there's a thing in London. They also have it in Dublin, Ireland, called the Cauldron Pub.
Okay.
Have you heard of this?
No, it sounds cool, though.
It is a themed pub that is magical themed. They can't say specifically Harry Potter for reasons and stuff. Yeah, but it is very much themed, and you are in a potions class.
Oh my god, no way!
And so they give you the one we had. I had a beverage that changed color when you mixed it, and it was okay. And then I had a beverage that started fizzing and smoking, and that one was delicious.
Ooh,
and you take your wand that they give you when you go in, and you can go up to they had these unicorn and hydra and other creature heads on the wall, and you point your wand at it, and you touch your wand to a certain spot, and the beverage dispenses from the animal head.
What?
And the unicorn blood was delicious. And
wow.
I know it's wrong.
Wow, Rowan. Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're living a cursed life now. Cursed.
I'm willing to live a cursed life for that drink, let me tell you.
Okay.
And, then they had, Wolfie had a drink that they set on fire.
Nice. I like fire.
Yeah. It's like, boom, fireball. It was great.
Melissa and Jen are both on the bus. What?
Yay!
And Jen and Cindy apparently both went to the Cauldron Pub in New York, which is very cool.
Excellent.
Oh, and Harry is on the bus as well.
Yay!
But Rolariana is officially complaining. So. And Annette is
Jen
on the bus.
Looks like she's on the bus.
Melissa has canceled her the form request. She has found the bus.
Yes, she has. Oh my god, Cindy, Dan and I got insomnia cookies. God, where were we traveling? It was one of his work trips.
What is this insomnia cookies?
They're like, it's just like a cook. Wait, Harry, I thought you were on the bus. find the bus.
Aw.
I believe you.
I thought you found the bus.
Allison fell off the bus. No. Okay, so Insomnia Cookies, I mean, it's a cookie store.
Yeah,
I'm like Googling it. They were just really, really good cookies. Oh, they're open till 3 a.m. So, hence
3 a.m.
Hence
cookies.
the insomnia part.
Gotcha.
But
I was like, are they extra caffeinated? Why are they called insomnia cookies?
They're just open really late. But yeah, they have lots of different flavors, and
yeah,
it's nice because they have some like vegan and gluten-free options, which are always helpful if people have dietary restrictions.
Yeah.
Cindy's on the bus. What? Queen Morgana is on the bus. What?
There is a place here in town called Crumble Cookie that is a cookie place that delivers.
I also love Crumble.
That's so dangerous.
A friend of mine brought me Crumble cookies for my birthday last year, and they were all different pink cookies.
Aww.
I know, it was really sweet. And then at one of Dan's work dinners last year, one of the contractors, I think, had pre-ordered a bunch of Crumble cookies, and they were each individually wrapped, and so he brought me a few cookies home. So
Aww.
I know. Dan works so hard. I feel like I only tell you guys about all the really fun stuff because that's what I get to do. His job is stressful. It's not always getting to travel to California and getting...
It's not always fun in cookies.
Right, exactly. It's just that when I get to join him is when it is fun in cookies. Because that's when partners are allowed. Y'all, the bus is lit. So come find us. There are so many of us on the bus. But yeah, the one thing that's been hard with the pandemic, of course, is that I haven't been going to any of his large work dinners because I haven't wanted to be around a lot of people. I've gone to a few work dinners while traveling with him, but they've been with smaller groups of people. But his contractors were asking where I was at some of his work dinners, and he was like, oh, it's a weeknight and she's busy. He didn't want to say this industry has a really high percentage of people who aren't vaccinated and she doesn't trust any of you. But that's what we meant.
Aw, but yeah.
It's but I'll take all of his leftover food that he brings home.
Oh yeah. Reheat it hot enough, it'll be fine.
Oh my gosh. So the most recent work thing, he had chicken and waffle sliders, and they were huge, and so he brought me home the leftovers, and that's what I had for lunch. That's what I had for brunch the next day, and it was phenomenal.
Chicken waffle sliders?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It was so good. Now, I still use a fork and knife instead of trying to, hold it like a slider. But the idea was that they were mini waffles with chicken tenders instead of a big waffle with fried chicken. So
that would make a lot of sense.
But they were really good. I enjoy fine dining, but we don't get to do it very often. Harry Potter, does this mean that you are on the bus? Amy and Joanne are both lodging official complaints, but Rolariana and Wonder Mom have both found the bus, so that is very exciting.
Yes.
We got lots of peeps on the bus, and we are totally lit. The beacons are out. If I knew more about Lord of the Rings, I would make some sort of Lord of the Rings beacon reference. Rowan, can you make a Lord of the Rings beacon reference?
Yeah. The beacons of Gondor are lit. Gondor calls for aid. How will you reply? And then the response is, we ride. Yeah.
So I know just enough because my best friend had her first baby last month, and I was Dan and I were at the baby shower several months ago, and they gave all the guests candles with the idea that, like, when my friend went into labor, like, her husband would contact all of us, so all of us would light a candle and pray for them. Well, her husband is also a huge Lord of the Rings nerd, so he also made a bunch of Lord of the Rings jokes about beacons, and that's the only way I know, like, reason that I know that a beacon joke can be made about Lord of the Rings is not even because I know it myself. It's because my best friend's husband made that joke. It's like nerd adjacent.
So my gaming ID before I was doing this was casual Hobbit because I'm Hobbit shaped.
Oh, I love it.
And Lord of the Rings was my gateway drug into the world of sci-fi fantasy.
Nice.
Things of that nature.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I mean, I am a big fan of Elevensies, which is the Lord of the Rings reference that I do make on my own. And then a lot of things in my life get my precious jokes. So, but yeah, I've read The Hobbit twice. I could not read The Lord of the Rings because
it's long and thick and wordy.
Well, it's
chewy.
not that it's long and thick. It's that dude takes 3 pages to get through a paragraph, and I can't. Like, my eyes cannot focus. And I've seen all the movies. Well, I've seen the 3 Lord of the Rings movies each once.
You don't need to see the Hobbit movies. It's fine.
That's what I've heard. I'm like, The Hobbit's the shortest book, so you turned it into 3 movies? That makes a lot of sense.
They pulled a lot out of the Silmarillion, and then they just invented a bunch of stuff, and it was like, okay, whatever. Yeah.
All right, we got some
But
people
the
still
Lego
looking...
version of that...
Yeah?
Sorry.
Lego
The
Hobbit?
Lego version of The Hobbit, you know how the Lego video game of it?
Sure.
Like, it's only the first 2 movies, it's not the third. So the video game ends at a cliffhanger.
What? Oh.
And there's no resolution because they lost the licensing.
Oh.
So
wow. Okay. I was going to say something about that. Oh, I used to watch the animated Hobbit. Like, I watched that a couple times growing up.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good movie.
The one from the 70s?
Yeah. I assume so. Is that the only animated one?
That I'm aware of. There
Probably.
might be another one, but there's,
that's
like,
it.
the rotoscope one.
I don't know. It was good, though.
Okay.
All right, let me see what's on chat. Katie also says reading the trilogy is hard. Harry Potter hit the X again. Harry Potter, you gotta find the bus and stay on the bus so we can play. It's gonna be great. Nicola's still looking for the bus. Katie is still looking for the bus. Valariana, if I can find a way to get a gaming computer, I may revive my Lord of the Rings online account. Nicola has found the bus. What? We ride. Yes. We ride the bus.
So there's a thing that if you start the extended version of the second movie at a particular time, then when midnight happens for New Year's, the King Theoden says, "So it begins," very dramatically.
Okay.
And so I did that this year. I watched the first movie on the 31st, and then the second movie, half of it. And then he said, "So it begins" at midnight, and then the rest of the other movies, and then I went to bed.
Rowan, that is super nerdy. Like,
Yeah.
like super nerdy. Like, so nerdy.
Some sometimes you gotta let your geek flag fly, you know what I mean?
I love it. I absolutely love it. And just to tell you how Dan and I spent New Year's this year, we stayed with my best friends in Columbus. They have 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Harry Potter. I'm so sorry that you fell off the bus.
Sorry, my dude.
But definitely, I haven't, why links are not held for review. Harry Potter, I approved, if you're talking about the friend code, I approved that. That was held for review. So, but I don't know my stream schedule next week because I had to schedule a bunch of meetings for my volunteer work. And so I have to figure out how to do those and stream the last week. But just stay tuned. I'll try and have everything scheduled here like I did this week. So hopefully you can catch us next time.
Maybe you can hop on the bus when I'm doing it on Monday.
Yes, actually, that actually might be perfect because you're doing 5 to 8 Pacific time.
Yeah.
Okay, so so that's 8 to 11. So I could probably do a couple hours of that.
Sweet.
Because there's a couple of times in both school semesters when I'm really busy with my volunteer work, and late January, early February is when I have to have one-on-one meetings with all of my officers to go do officer training with them. So
Fine.
It usually only takes 20 to 30 minutes, but I schedule, I set aside 45 minutes for each of them in case they have a lot of questions. Oh no, Melissa! Okay, well, Melissa, I believe you can find us again. Cindy is telling us to go ahead and play, so let's do it.
Where do you want to go, my dear? You call it.
Let's go wild. Let's start with Dark 5.
Whoa, going big, I see.
Yeah, we are starting wild in Dark 5, and then I'll drop down, do a couple of Dark 5s for spell books, and then I cannot remember which. I need to do specific chambers to find my missing fragments, but I can never remember what they are.
Fragments are you still missing?
Well, okay, so it's not so much that I'm missing fragments, but that because I want to, where is it? I want to green star all of the fragments in my challenge registry, and so I am still missing the Hogwarts coat of arms, and I'm missing the Department of Magical Law Enforcement emblem. Which, and of course, since I don't have my this is going to be really interesting trying to find these. Perfect, we got a full house. The way I have all my windows set up, I don't have a full screen of this. I can look it up in a second, but they're in the tower in the forest chambers that I've been needing to do, basically. All right, Rowan gets my focus.
Yay! The thing that does the stuff is out for everyone.
Yes, the thing that does the stuff.
Yes! Because I have vocabulary.
I just, words are hard, okay? By the time I'm streaming, even if I'm doing an afternoon stream, I'm just, all of my vocabulary got used up when I was writing stuff. So now that I'm having to speak, it's just words.
Yeah.
They may or may not be the words that mean the things. So, but they're words.
I have a recall fun. So, I'm looking for a vocabulary word.
Uh-huh.
Let's say it's salt, right? I'm trying to find the word salt. I can't, asking you to pass it to me for whatever reason. I can't, for the life of me, find it. So, I'll just describe it until you can figure out what I mean.
I mean, that is also a handy skill to have. That is actually something that is really handy with a second language. Because, of course, there are times that I get, like, insecure about my level of French, but then I remember that knowing another language is about communication, not necessarily, like, fluency. And so when I lived in France, one of my very first days in Paris, y'all don't judge me, but I went to Starbucks because I really like chai lattes, and this was in 2009, and you could not find a chai at any of the, like, independent cafes or something. So I did not know the word for soy milk. And so I was like, so finally I ended up saying French, like, I ended up saying lait végétarien, which is vegetarian milk, which milk is vegetarian. But then he knew what I meant because I was describing, like, an alternate milk in French, even though the words weren't right. He knew what I was trying to say. And I was like, yes, I can communicate. I don't have to know all the words. Just enough of them.
All the words is overrated.
It's true.
I think it's more fun sometimes to get to describe things.
Well,
then it's like a game.
It is. Well, I mean, there are, like, literally games like Taboo, and I don't even remember what else. When I was a student,
the sad thing is I kind of stink at Taboo because I can describe the thing all to heck and high heaven, but finding the exact word you need, not so much.
So you're good if you're the one who has the word, not so much if you're having to guess the word.
Part of the game.
Yeah. When I was a student in France, we played, I don't know if it was Taboo or if it was something else. But, we were playing it in French. And there were so many times, like, I was pretty good at the comprehension, but then I couldn't come up with the French vocabulary. So then I would just be like, it's this word, and I would say it in English. And then one of my teammates would... They knew the word in French, and so it was fine. And then we ended up winning. I'm like, this is not cheating. This is utilizing,
totally not cheating.
This is utilizing all of our resources.
All right, people keep throwing focus at me. I literally can't do anything with it. Everything's been hexed.
Oh.
Everyone's got a shield. I can do no more good with my abilities. Though I appreciate all the spell energy that I can eat, I just can't do anything with it. Focus. It's not called spell energy. It's called focus.
It's okay.
That one thing I don't have.
That one thing.
Focus.
That other thing.
Yeah.
Oh no! Joanne found Katie, but Katie's not actually on the bus. And Katie and her roommate call laundry detergent laundry sauce. I mean, honestly, that is a great description for laundry detergent. Like, 100%.
Yeah, why not call it that?
Yeah, I like that idea.
call shredded cheese sprinkly cheese because that's the cheese you sprinkle.
It is the cheese you sprinkle.
The Parmesan is shaky cheese because that's the cheese you shake.
Yes.
It makes complete sense to me, but apparently other people find it weird when I met Subway and I'm like, yes, I would like the sprinkly cheese, please.
Well, Jen says she and her husband refer to the AC and the AC unit and the radiator as the coolie box and the toasty box. Hi, Rosie. Yes, you can definitely still join. We have people who are still looking for the bus.
Dude, I didn't get into that Dark 5 in time to hang out with you. So if someone wants to hang out with me in Dark 3...
yes. You guys, there's lots of options for playing. So... Katie says, what about sprinkly Parmesan? I mean, what do you call that?
I don't usually get the Parmesan that's not the shaky variety.
Oh, okay.
Like, usually when I get the Parmesan, it's the crumbly white powder version.
That's fair.
We can do a dark chamber without any, auras. Let's do this. We got this.
Are you serious? Are you joking? Because that's intense.
It's intense, but it is possible.
Okay, have fun.
Through the power of potions and belief, we shall do this.
Oh, hey, Andalove, how are you? Cindy, did you see Cindy's comment? Because I am cracking up.
To be fair.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh, Cindy, you broke me. Oh god. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I am
so
fine.
we make. If I talk about food, is that going to be okay, or is it going to make you too hungry?
Who, me?
You. Yes.
Oh no, I'm fine. I had dinner.
All right.
Oh,
so it's me that hasn't had dinner. That's right. All right. So my dad used to make garlic cheese bread.
Yum.
By taking some Texas toast, garlic butter, the mozzarella, the shaky Parmesan, and garlic salt.
Oh.
So he'd layer it, like the garlic butter was on the bread on both sides.
Okay.
So that when it went onto the grill, it got like really crispy.
Wow.
That
sounds
fried,
really
yeah.
good.
And then the mozzarella, and then the Parmesan, and then the garlic salt on top, and it would like mix with the Parmesan, and the Parmesan would get all toasty on top.
That sounds delicious.
Yep. It is delicious.
Dan makes us garlic
for some
cheese
reason
bread, and I don't pay attention to how he does it, so I have no idea how he makes it.
Fair enough.
It tastes good though. Yay, Joanna's on the bus. What? Okay, if Joanna's on the bus, then hopefully that means Katie will find the bus next.
Yeah, because they seem to be a match set.
Yes, since they kept fighting each other.
All right. I'm trying to not focus too hard. I still need to be able to chat. At the same point, I'm fighting a spider, and I'm not good at these. And I think it's because the animation creeps me out. With the
the little pincers
and the stabby parts. Yeah, I am just nope.
I do
when he
not
does the
like
little
the
pillar
Acromantula.
thing, and I'm like,
no.
Blah.
I am 100% like Daniel Radcliffe when he's going and they got the pincers and
they do the thing.
That was that's like one of the few movie changes that I really like, because it just like really got to show. First of all, it really showed that Daniel Radcliffe can be a humorous actor, because so much of course, what if Harry Potter does is
very dramatic.
Yeah. But that was so funny. It was delightful. Joseph finally got the fragment he wanted. I am jealous. When I was streaming yesterday, I did not get my fragments at all. It was very disappointing. So.
Have you seen Guns Akimbo?
I have no idea what that is. No.
It is a Daniel Radcliffe movie.
Oh, okay.
It's that he has made as an adult. In which there's apparently a street gang that's going around and kidnapping people and then forcing them to fight. And he was doing the keyboard warrior thing and making fun of some of the people in the street gang online, and they found where he lives. And they attach guns to his hands.
Oh, jeez.
Like, surgically attach guns to his hands, so he can't put them down.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and so he's got 24 hours to find the people who did this to him and stuff. And it's actually hilarious, but it's also incredibly wrong and very adult.
It's hilarious because that sounds super dark.
It is super dark, but it's like the funny kind of dark because he's like trying to use,
Okay.
like trying to figure out how to use the bathroom when you're holding
When you're
a
holding
gun
guns.
and you can't put it
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
Yeah. Or how do you eat? Get dressed.
That's fair.
How do you get in a taxi without the taxi thinking that you're trying to rob them and driving off?
Right. Yeah. So speaking of Daniel Radcliffe, did you see that he is going to play Weird Al in Weird Al's biopic?
That is amazing.
Right? So Dan and I, it's like our worlds have collided because he loves Weird Al, all right? Like,
Yeah.
to give you an idea of this, I did a 2 Truths and a Lie on Instagram a couple months ago, and my truth that everyone thought was the lie was I said that I've seen Weird Al in concert more times than I've seen Taylor Swift, and because I've only seen Tay Tay once, and I've seen Weird Al twice. But yeah, that's because those are like our 2 favorites. In fact, at our wedding reception, we basically picked, I picked the best Weird Al song, and Dan picked the best Taylor Swift song, and those are the only ones that were allowed to play. That was like our compromise.
Well, that's a good compromise.
It was a good compromise, so...
What was the best Weird Al song that you picked for this situation?
Well, keep in mind, this was 2014, because he has since come out with more songs that I like even better.
Yes.
But in 2014, it was White and Nerdy.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah. Today, it would 100% be the Hamilton polka.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, it's amazing. Like, I love it so much. It's so good. Jen has seen Weird Al once and Taylor Swift none. So she has also seen Weird Al more than Taylor Swift. Jen, we're so
there you
alike.
go.
At the last concert that Dan and I saw of Weird Al, which was, I think, 2019, we actually splurged on VIP tickets, and we got to meet him. Yeah, it was the whole, like, meet and greet VIP tickets kind of thing, which was crazy. Like, it's funny because it was obviously really expensive, and so on the one hand I was like, I cannot believe we're spending this much money on a concert. On the other hand, for getting to meet Weird Al, it was a bargain.
Yeah.
Like, I think the tickets were like about $300 a piece, which for comparison, we had the nosebleed section for Taylor Swift, and our tickets were more than $100 a piece. So, just, he prices his stuff, like, really reasonably, which I appreciate, because he's huge. Like, he could totally charge more. Cindy says that they are nerdy Weird Al fans, too, and she thinks a number of his songs are even better than their originals.
A lot of his songs are better than the original.
Yeah, they are. So my personal favorite is Word Crimes in regards to his parody, because Blurred Lines is super problematic, and as a feminist, I just can't.
Yeah.
It's so catchy,
I don't think
though.
I've listened to the original. I don't think I've ever listened to the original all the way through.
It's awful. It's so bad.
Yeah.
But, like, the music
Word
makes
Crimes
you want to,
is
like...
amazing.
You just, like, want to tap your feet. And so the fact that we have this awesome parody is so great. Like, it's so good. Plus, I mean, I'm a huge nerd, so, like, I'm all about Word Crimes. I mean, I am an editor. Like, this is, like, what I do, you guys.
Yeah. So, I don't know if any of you know who Phineas and Ferb is, or
of course
Milo
I know
Murphy's
who
Law.
Phineas and Ferb is. Wait, you're talking about from Disney,
goodness.
right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
So, Phineas and... Okay, so I follow on TikTok one of the guys who is one of the creators of Phineas and Ferb, and another show called Milo Murphy's Law, in which Weird Al voices the main character, Milo.
Oh.
Right? So in this he was explaining how they were making Milo Murphy's Law, and they needed a song, and the song, like, they needed a parody off the Love Boat song, and they had made a parody off of Love Boat song for Phineas and Ferb, so they parodied their parody.
No.
And then they had Weird Al singing the parody of the parody in their other show.
I love it.
Which is just like this Inception,
it's
complicated
super meta.
Rubik's Cube of awesomeness.
That's amazing. Wow.
You need a prof in F2? I need a Magazoo to Dark 5.
Jen pointed out that there's no way you can meet Taylor Swift for only $300. I know. I love her, but her tickets are so expensive, but she can charge it because we considered changing our dates because we ended up getting invited to a wedding that was the same night of when we had gotten tickets. But Atlanta, she had 2 concert dates, and this was like a week after we bought tickets. Everything was sold out. So we're like, okay, well, I guess we're not going to that wedding. I will send a nice wedding present. I am not missing out
to
on
Dark
Tay
5, please. Magi to Dark 5.
Okay, I need to see what lower chambers.
Ooh, you got the Luna Lovegood wand?
I need to do. Let's see. Hogwarts coat of arms is the 3rd one down. So that I actually need to do Tower 5, and then Department of Magical Law Enforcement emblem is Forest 2. So if anyone wants to go super easy right now, I'm going to Tower 5.
Easy mode.
Because I need those fragments.
With Frida.
So it's like I don't care about green starring in my exploration registry. I have all gold frames and that's sufficient. Mm-hmm. But I'm so close to green starring everything in the challenge registry. I was like, I just need these 2 more fragments.
Gotta do the thing. Yeah.
So I just want to get them.
That makes sense to me. Shield the ore because they are crunchy and good with ketchup. Shield the professors.
Did you just say to shield the ore because they're good with ketchup?
They are crunchy and good with ketchup. Yes. That's one of... They're kind of a glass cannon. They're good at shooting, but not so good at taking the shots.
Yes, we are.
So they are crunchy and good with ketchup.
That's hilarious. Hi, Pat. You are always welcome to lurk. I'm glad that you can be here with us, even if you can't play today.
Enjoy the general hangings of outs.
Yes. The nerdiness of us talking and the super randomosity. And y'all, this
I know that we're...
What?
No, go ahead.
Oh, and this randomness on a Friday night is me sober. So I'm just saying, if you really want to see how weird I get, definitely hang out either in the WooTubers kind of panel, which will be on Saturday next weekend on Friggin' Nerds Media, or I am hosting the Wizzy Witches stream on January 30th, this Sunday. And I will be drinking during both of those because I'll be crying. Those will be related. The alcohol is to help with the tears. So
makes sense.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Man, there's nothing for me. Yay! Someone from Indonesia is on the bus. That's awesome.
Sweet. I was going to say that we know that we're Harry Potter nerds, but what other nerddoms do we have that overlap?
I like a lot of Disney things.
I've heard that about you.
as I wear my massive Disneyland jersey. This was one of the expensive things I bought at the Disney parks. So I was really proud of myself, though, because there were only 3 things that I was interested in buying, and they didn't have 2 of them, so I only got this, and I was really proud of myself for not being like, well, since they don't have these 2 things, I can buy something else. I was like, nope, there are 3 things I wanted, and those are the only things I'm buying.
Good for you. I'm proud.
Thank you. Sometimes it's hard.
I haven't been to the park since like early to mid 2000s, I think. So I'm sure things have changed a lot since I was there.
Probably. But
Yeah.
I probably didn't go back then. Like, I did one, like, my family didn't go to Disney World except for once. And so most of my trips were 2006 or later.
Okay.
To, like, Disney World.
So you probably know everything. Like, was there a ride in Tomorrowland where Stitch was breaking out of a teleportation tube type thing?
Yes. That was there in 99, which is the one trip my family took.
Okay. I loved that ride. That was like one of my favorites, and then I heard that it's gone away.
I kept my eyes closed the entire time.
It was both scary and funny. I loved it.
Let's see. Snaz says that he has gold frames and green stars on everything. That's very, very impressive. Good work.
Nice.
I do not.
Low clap for you, sir.
I need to pass focus because I have nothing else I can do. And then, yeah, Cindy was saying...
Or to Dark 5, please.
T-freeze? T4-rees? It's hard when you use numbers in a word. So that's the Indonesian friend who's on the bus. So that is very exciting. Katie asked, what time in Eastern time is the friggin' Nerds one? It is, I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern time. So that'll be Saturday, like, next week. And I got the Deathly Hallows, which is not what I wanted. It's very annoying. Wait, am I in the right chamber? I'm pretty sure it's Tower 5. Isn't that what I said? Let me double check.
That's what you had said.
Hogwarts Crest is the 3rd line. That's... Yeah, Tower 5. Okay.
I mean, it's still a random drop.
I know. I just, like, want to make sure that I am giving myself the best chance of getting what I need. And Snaz is currently playing Pogo. Nice. That's fair. I haven't played Pogo in forever. I play it a lot more when I travel because then it's a lot more interesting. There's just not a lot of Pokemon Go activity at my house. Whereas I have tons of Wizards Unite activity at my house. And I feel like I say that every other stream. So if you are in all of my streams, I apologize for the repetition.
I played Pogo when we went to Ireland so that I could collect things to trade to Wolfie, who plays it.
Yes.
But that's it. I haven't opened it up since. It's not my bag. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. Well, and Dan and I really enjoyed it for the first couple of years. But the thing is, we don't have, like, neither of us has a background in Pokemon. So as they added, like, more and more generations, it became kind of overwhelming for us. And so it just wasn't as much fun anymore. Nicola is saying, I'm hoping to find a stream that starts really early because I think it will be all over here in New Zealand before most of the streams start. Yeah, Nicola, so we will have some streams Eastern time Saturday. So that'll be Saturday the 29th for us, which should still be kind of Sunday for you. I will say the only problem with trying to do a night bus stream is that a bunch of us who do that, we have D&D that night. Which would we obviously won't be able to do both.
Yeah.
Why is there nothing for me? This is ridiculous.
Apparently the guys are watching something funny. Sorry if you guys can hear that.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay. Wolfie and Knightley are watching something in the other room. I could hear them laughing.
Okay. Snaz gets plenty of activity of both games at home. Jealous. That is awesome.
Nice.
Jen never really liked the dogfighting vibe from Pogo. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
And I'll say for me, I know a lot of people were really excited when they added like PvP, but I am not a one-on-one competitive person. I really enjoy like board games and I love doing that kind of thing, but I don't like one-on-one stuff because I don't like the fact that there's only one winner and one loser. Because I don't know. I'm okay if there's multiple people who lose. But if only one person wins and one person loses, I don't really like that kind of scenario. It just, I guess, goes against my cooperative nature.
Yeah.
Juliana says she played Pogo but stopped because unlike Wizards Unite, it's really difficult to make progress by playing solo. Yeah. And that's one of the things with Dan and me as rural players is that it's so hard trying to do raids. There was one time, it was before I got my Lapras, and I got my Lapras from Gita. When I met Gita in person, we traded. Because I had Miss Yamim from France, and she had a Lapras for me. But I sat at the gym that's like 10 minutes from our house for an hour to see if anybody would join the Lapras raid, and nobody did. And, like, there's only so much you can do when you're a rural player.
Yeah. I also do not enjoy games that are player versus player.
Yes.
Like, I can, like, poker or, Uno or something like that, it's different. But, like, even board games and card games, I prefer to do cooperative games over competitive.
Yeah.
Not my bag.
I love cooperative games. It's why Dan and I both really like Hogwarts Battle, which I'm not gonna lie, if there was, I've thought about figuring out how to set up cameras so that I could live stream that, because it's such a fun board game. We would just have to be able to somehow find space on the table for the cameras and the board game and everything at the same time.
I have a copy of Codenames, the Harry Potter Codenames. That there's a part of me that really wants to figure out a way to stream that as well.
Yes,
but I can't quite figure out how to let you guys see what are on the cards without us seeing what's on the cards.
Yeah. Yay! I got my Hogwarts. Okay, they call it a crest. It's
Yay!
a coat of arms. If you know anything about heraldry or heraldry, I'm not sure. It's a coat of
heraldry.
Arms. It's with an R, heraldry.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
I think.
It's one of my pet peeves. I'm going to have an entire video on this. So, Rosie, are you friends with people who are beaconing? I just want to make sure that there's someone on Beacon who is available for you to find.
Jen is telling me that I need to check out Expecto Go on Sundays at 7 p.m.s. Why?
Apparently there's a Harry Potter version of Codenames. That's online. That sounds amazing. What am I doing this Sunday? I don't think I'm doing anything this Sunday.
Okay. What time zone is that 7 p.m.?
Sydney's already done it for you. She's good at time zones.
Because I suck at time zone.
Time zones are the worst.
Sunday at 4 p.m. my time. Okay. Yes, we will do that. That sounds great.
That
I got
sounds like
knocked
fun.
out.
Rosie, I just want to confirm that you're friends with Cindy, who is beaconing. I am with you, Katie. Time zones are stupid. They're so confusing. Like, we have a document right now where we're all trying to coordinate on Sunday, and I initially just put an Eastern time column, and then since we have people in all of the time zones, I ended up doing all of the time zones. And by all of them, I mean one we just called Zoe's time zone, because Zoe's the one who lives in it. She's the only one who lives in Alaska. No one else lives there. It's literally just Zoe and her family. So it's Zoe's time. Okay, good. Cindy, thank you for confirming. I just always want to make sure that anyone who is looking for the bus is friends with someone on Beacon, because we've had that miscommunication before. And I want everyone to be able to find the bus who wants to find the bus. So. Y'all, I usually don't eat after 8 o'clock, but like I kind of want a snack. But I'm not actually hungry. It's like I just want to eat something. Maybe I'll make more tea.
So I had... Ooh, there you go. That could help.
It does sometimes help me not eat when I'm not hungry. Sometimes I just want flavor.
So we have one Auror in our group right now and like 5 Death Eaters. So if the Auror who's with me wants to like have their people, I'll take them the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I know that they get a super big bonus for doing the first whack.
Yes.
To them.
First strike. Gotta strike it down. All right, I'm gonna go in the basket after I finish.
Take your first strike. Yeah.
After I finish this chamber, I'm gonna go to the basket. I'm gonna make more tea. I'm gonna use the bathroom because I'm just feeling snacky, even though I don't need a snack. I don't know why I can't drag my focus, or not my focus, my spells. There we go. Well, Annette is not making this easy. She's having ice cream Ben & Jerry's pistachio. That sounds delicious.
It does.
I actually have some of my favorite ice cream in the freezer. It is peanut butter and jelly non-dairy ice cream.
Ooh.
It's so
You know,
good.
I've never tried the non-dairy ice creams.
I mean, if you can have dairy, they're not as good as real ice cream. But I haven't been able to have ice cream without getting sick in like 10 years. So I think they're delicious.
Well, supposedly I'm lactose intolerant, but I'll just live with the side effects. I don't like, I'll take the lactate if I have to.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I also, it's just cheese that I go for. I don't usually do the ice cream. I don't usually do I don't drink milk.
Okay.
Ugh, gross. But
I used to love drinking milk when I was a kid. And then it started upsetting my stomach. And it's just that, like, my dairy stuff has gotten, like, worse over the years because, so the last time that I had actual, like, ice cream or milkshake was I had part of Dan's milkshake at dinner. And, yeah, I think it was 10 years ago. I think it was in 2012. And so normally I would, like, if I had a bit of ice cream or, like, a bit of a milkshake, like, my stomach would hurt for, like, maybe an hour, but, like, it didn't hurt that much. So, like, just wasn't that big of a deal. I felt miserable for an entire 24 hours. And so after that, I was like, okay, I can't have ice cream anymore. But luckily, it's just my dairy stuff is weird, and apparently it's surprisingly common among people with Crohn's disease, and doctors don't know why. But it's just milk that I have a problem with, and then things that are made with milk, because if you look at ice cream ingredients, it's not actually heavy cream, it's milk. So it's ice milk. But I can have cheese, I can have yogurt, I can have heavy cream. So Dan and I actually make a lot of recipes that call for milk. We just make with heavy cream. because
you can have that, why not?
Because he doesn't like the flavor of the non-dairy milk. And especially if it's just like a small amount, like, you know, like a quarter cup or less.
Yeah.
Or like if we're making box macaroni and cheese, we just do a lot of extra butter and not do any milk. Because he's so sweet. Before he makes himself macaroni and cheese, he always asks me if I want any, and then he doesn't make it with milk if I want any. And if I don't want any, then he makes it with milk. Hi, Ken. I'm so glad you found the bus by accident. It was divine coincidence. Katie says, when I was figuring out I was lactose intolerant, milk was the worst, ice cream was the second worst, some cheese was okay. But now we do goat yogurt and non-dairy ice cream and stuff. Annette cannot have liquid milk and ice cream, but she loves ice cream. Jen, that's a good point. We really aren't supposed to drink milk as adults. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already told Dan that if we have biological children, I don't want them to be drinking milk until they're old enough to verbalize that they have an upset stomach. We have friends where half of their couple has a bunch of food sensitivities, and so their kids were gluten-free until their kids were old enough to verbalize that they had an upset stomach. Because our friend who, it was celiac that, you know, was his first diagnosis that led to others.
Yeah.
And he'd had, like, upset stomachs all through childhood and he didn't get diagnosed until he was an adult. So
it happens too often.
So I just think, you know, if there's something that, like, is already happening with you and you have biological kids, you should wait to introduce those foods until they can tell you that their stomach
I have
is
a
upset.
funny story about this, if
Okay.
you want to hear the funny story.
Yes, I want to hear the funny
All right,
story.
so apparently I've been lactose intolerant my entire life,
Oh.
but I didn't know it, right? So I've dealt with honestly, it's just a lot of burping and other stuff. Oh, there's a lot of wind production. That's about it, right?
That's like my entire
in
life,
high school,
regardless of what I eat.
Yeah. Right? So I would beat my father in a belching contest at the dinner table one time, and then I got grounded for beating my father in a belching contest. But
wait, did your father ground you because he was jealous, or did your mother ground you because it was inappropriate?
My mother grounded me because it was inappropriate. But he presented, and I was like, well, challenge accepted. And then, you know, anyway, so life was fun. So they had given me soy milk as an infant or soy formula because I couldn't handle the milk.
Okay.
But then once I got old enough to handle not formula, they just kept giving me milk, and I never knew any better. I never knew any different. I didn't understand that you're not supposed to belch and fart as much as I did. And so when my life mate and I first met each other and we were in high school, I was like 100 pounds soaking wet and not even 5 foot yet. So, you know, I was little at that point in my life. And he was on football team, so he had the broad, but we're both pretty short. Anyway, we walk into this bookstore, and I walk in behind him when we go into this bookstore. And when we walk in the door, I belch. I let one out. And it's not small. It's like a rattle the windows one. And the lady at the bookstore whips around and gives Wolfie the evil eyeball, and she's like, "Excuse you." And I didn't realize she was speaking to him. And I said, "Oh, sorry." I got really embarrassed and apologetic, right? And you could see this poor woman's brain break as that sound came out of a 95-pound, 4'5" girl.
I love it.
Oh, that was so fun. Oh, it was great.
All right, I will be back in a few minutes. So Rowan is here to entertain you guys. I need to make more tea, and I have to go deposit the previous tea I drank. So.
You need to empty the tank. Gotcha. All right. Hello. I suspect I won't have time to join the bus. Oh, yes. Eat. Food. Manja, manja. Eating is important, as we all know, because she just left to do that. Rosie found the bus. Lots of people are allergic to a lot of weird things. I'm allergic to coconut. And I don't know why, but apparently everyone who makes hot chocolate decided to start putting coconut in their hot chocolate mixes about 5 to 10 years ago, and now I can't drink hot chocolate because my other option is just pretty much boiling milk, and we just talked about how that's not a good idea. So apparently we're going to be here for another hour, and I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if you can see. Nope, it keeps digitizing out. Yep. Anyway, my XP ring looks like it's all the way around. Like, I might be level 60 now, but I don't want to jump off of the bus to check. So we'll find out when we get out. But there is so little space between the things that I'm pretty sure I've already hopped over that edge. But we'll find out when this is over. Melt semi-sweet chips in the hot beverage of your choice. You know, I thought about that. But there's not a lot of hot beverages I like. Hot chocolate was my hot beverage. And now I can't have that. So I instead make my own mix. It's the Alton Brown hot cocoa mix. So it's there's a little bit of cornstarch in there. Mostly like powdered milk, because there's like practically no lactose in that from my experience. And dry cocoa powder and things like that. It's okay. It's not the best, but it's all right. I do like Bengal spice teas. So I've thought about trying to like make a chocolatey chai type thing. But yeah, they put coconut oil in friggin' everything. Coconut oil and hot chocolate. I ordered from a restaurant in town the not regular potato, sweet potato fries. And I didn't even think to look, and I just ordered the order of sweet potato fries, and it came with all this stuff shredded on top, and I thought it was cheese. It wasn't cheese. Why would you put coconut on fries? It makes no sense. Like, why? Why would you do that? But here we are. We live in a world where everything has coconut in it. And I'm not being a very good professor. I'm not helping out these people at all. So you get a shield, and I will take this werewolf. Werewolf, werewolf. You got all your fragments. Congratulations. I don't know if I can do it appropriately, but I will try. Ba, 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 ba. If you need more XP, I have XP gifts if you open your last gift. I sincerely hope that I have accomplished level 60 through this, because I wanted to do it with y'all. Hot toddies are a good warm beverage alternative. Isn't that alcohol? Pretty sure that's alcohol, but I'll try that, Your intolerance is corn. Okay. That is... Oh, man. Everything has high fructose corn syrup in it. How do you survive? Like, I tried cutting high fructose corn syrup out of my diet, and I realized that I'd have to make everything that I eat from scratch. And I enjoy cooking, but not that much. So. Dang it. I keep getting hit by this werewolf. I'm not paying enough attention. I'm not paying my tension tax. So, yeah, how y'all doing? Having a good night? Does anyone catch the reference from my t-shirt? If not, let me know. I live in a multi-nerd household. As in, there are 3 nerds. And we also have multiple nerddoms. Like, don't ask us to pick one, because that's rude. How could you pick just one? I mean, seriously. I think I'll take the pixie. I'll do the pixie next. You can't see my shirt? Okay, I'm gonna stand up so you can see my shirt. I don't know if it's backwards or forwards in the stream. If you can read it or not. Oh! Apparently I'm digitizing out because the thing is trying to find my face and having a hard time. It's dark on the top and the bottom of my video. Okay. So it says Runaway on it. It's done like the old illustrations books. And the R has a bunny with a bunch of bones underneath it. And it's several knights who are running away. 5 of them, to be exact. I just got it. I'm so excited. I also got a new t-shirt that I'm wearing first time I got it specifically for streaming on the end of days. So I'm going to be wearing it on Monday and then again on the following Sunday. So I'm not going to tell you what that t-shirt is. You're just going to have to tune in to find out. Nasty, sharp, pointy teeth. Look at the bones! It is the Bun Bun from Monty Python. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Our main elements are fear and surprise, and a fanatical devotion to the Pope.
Okay, I have my tea back. I'm all good.
Yay!
Let's see.
Tea.
Very active chat while I was gone. Let's see.
I asked if they could read my shirt.
Yeah, did they all get the reference that I did not get? Yeah, she had to explain
Apparently
it to
many
me.
of them did, yeah. And Amy found the bus!
Yay! On the
Yay!
bus. And Joseph got all of his fragments. That's very exciting. Hot toddies are a good warm beverage alternative. Yes. I also, I like making hot buttered rum in the winter. It's like one of the only fancy drinks that I ever
share.
make. I mean, I literally just Google it whenever I make it because I only do it a couple times a year, and I just do the top result.
Fair enough.
But
All right.
you definitely want like the golden rum. You don't want white rum with it. So, but it's really good. It's also
Rum and I have a sword past.
it's strong. I can't like. It's one of the only strong drinks I can do because most of the time it's like I don't want to taste liquor. Like, I enjoy wine, but I don't want to taste liquor.
Yeah.
Unless I'm taking tequila shots. So.
Yeah.
But that's different.
So, Hermione Granger's wand. I actually needed that one.
Yay.
So, the only experience with rum I have is hurricanes. In Nolans when I was there.
Ooh.
And it it didn't go well.
Did you have too many?
Yeah. Because a hurricane tastes like frozen, like high C or something. I mean, it's just a fruity beverage. And so I had 2 of them in the space of an hour, and I didn't know that they have like 5 shots of rum in them.
Yep.
And that was the first time I'd consumed alcohol.
Oh my God. You poor, sweet summer child.
Yeah, I got lost in a bathroom. I had to have some nice lady show me my way out. And then I tried to have a conversation with someone's t-shirt. It was just an interesting evening.
That's delightful. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah, I mean, New Orleans just like straight up has strong drinks.
Yeah.
Dan and I were there a few years ago. He had a work trip to Baton Rouge, and he managed to have it be next to a weekend so that we could then go to New Orleans for the weekend. And
nice.
I think we got like one of those big souvenir cups and split it. And I think we did a margarita. I don't know. I think it was from one of the bars that had just like 20 different frozen margaritas. And then we just had one of them. So it's like, you have to drink alcohol in the street if you go to New Orleans, because not many places let you do that.
I mean, if it's one of the few places you can legally do that craziness, why not?
You got to go for it. Absolutely.
Yeah. I actually lived there for a very short period of time in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
I had a job at Margaritaville Cafe.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It was nice. I enjoyed it. I didn't get to stay there long, but it was worth it.
Apparently,
Shield for the
what I'm hearing from chat is that we just need to have a witches trip to Vegas.
Because what happens in Vegas stays there?
Well, that, and that you can just drink outside on the strip in Vegas. So, I've never been to Vegas.
I never have either.
I would like to go. So Dan had the most Dan ever, not even a bachelor trip, because it was like several months after we got married. But his dad and his brothers they all had a guys trip, like 5 or 6 months after we got married. And I was telling our mutual friends, it's like, oh yeah, like Dan, like, we didn't really have time for a bachelor trip before the wedding, so they're going to Vegas. And it's like, Dan's going to Vegas? And I said, well, they're seeing Penn and Teller and going to the Hoover Dam. Oh, that does sound like Dan in Vegas is, of course, going to go see Penn and Teller and tour the Hoover Dam and then ask a whole bunch of questions, because, by the way, 3 out of the 4 of them are civil engineers. So,
yeah. And who doesn't want to tour the dam built with blood?
Right. I'm like, okay. I think I would like Vegas. So I have no interest in gambling. But I love like extravagant shows. Give me all the costumes and the music and the glitz and the glam. I also really like rooftop pools and rooftop bars. And if I've never been to Vegas. I'm just guessing that those are available there.
I would assume they have a roof, like, on top of a skyscraper roller coaster, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
Which, no, there would be way too much vomit involved if I was there. No. But it sounds interesting. I mean, from an intellectual perspective.
I think that sounds so cool. Yeah, Joanna's with me. She's like, no gambling, all about the shopping and food and shows. Yes. I mean, I just think it would be so much fun. Like, I love shows, and I really enjoy good food. Now, I can't, all-you-can-eat buffets are wasted on me. They're, like, never a good deal.
Yeah.
pretty much the only time we do that is if it's a holiday and someone in our family is paying for it, not one of us.
Yeah.
But, you know, if there's, like, plated options and not just buffets. And I just, yeah.
Wolfie has been wanting to go to a Cirque du Soleil, like,
Yes.
since we've met.
Yes. I think that would be so much fun.
You know, yeah. They just, I mean, I'm not big into circus, like, with the animal things, but
right.
human weirdness can, like, that's cool.
Well, and they're all
Level of
flexible
skills.
and everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's just like so much talent. I mean, Chris knows how to do a lot of that stuff. I think they like learned like how to do silks, maybe.
Oh, cool.
But I mean, and then of course, I mean, we saw the very like small show at Conjuration.
Yeah, the one in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
Yeah, I was so impressed. I was like, this is insane how good they are at all these strength things with the silks and the dancing and the balancing and...
Well, costume. I mean...
Yeah, in costume. And BB.
Doing all that crazy flippy things and then not losing your wig.
Right. It was very impressive.
Yeah.
Rosie said Vegas also has free shows. I like free shows. That sounds awesome.
I'm good with free. Free is an amount I'm willing to pay.
Right? I will say, one of the really cool things about living, when I was an au pair, I lived in the suburbs of Paris, so I was in Paris most weekends. They actually have amazing street performers. So, like, there was one group, who I actually, like, tried to find them multiple times because they were so good. Like, I would just stop and enjoy a free concert, you know, in the underground in the metro because there were so many amazing performers. No. Did I get mapped? Okay. Nope. It looks like I'm okay. Okay. Whew. Joanne says the Beatles show. Love is Cirque du Soleil. Yes. Yay, Katie found the bus. Steven is back on the bus. Woo!
Wolfie is a huge Beatles fan.
So
huge.
It's Beatles Cirque du Soleil. I mean, it's like all the good things at once.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Looks like there's needing someone in Dark 5. Oh, they need a Magazoo in Dark 5. Which I am not. You know what? I think I'm going to climb down the ladder a little bit and hop into, like, Dark 3.
There's lots to do. All up and down. I appreciate everyone who is very kindly hanging out with me in Tower 5, which I know is not super exciting. But I really want those dang fragments. I just want to green star my last two challenge fragments.
See, I don't have my wands to gold.
Okay. So is that your goal?
Because that's my goal once I hit 60. And the reason is because the only time I would ever go into the dark chambers is when I was there with others.
Mm-hmm.
And when all this hoo-ha dilly-dilly happened, it took me a while to be able to figure out how to get on the night bus and get with people. And Expecto Go is at the middle of the workday.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, for sure.
So 1:30 in the afternoon here. And it's hard to take off every single Wednesday.
I know.
Now I've got Wednesday afternoon off next week, so, you know, I can make sure I'm there.
Well, and like, yeah, I know that I think James and Sue had both initially taken off January 31st and February 1st so that they could stay up. They could stay up late on the 31st. And then, of course, we all found out that they're basically ending the game a full 24 hours early. And it's so frustrating because I don't feel like it would be that hard to change it from the 12:01 to 11:59. And it's like, why are you doing this to us? You're already taking away this game that we love so much. And now, first of all, we're ending in time zones instead of ending all at the same time. Because I wanted us all to like end at the same time so we could do that together.
So it's not like, the New Year's Eve where you have that joy of everyone hitting the thing. You get that rolling excitement. We're going to have like a rolling depression.
Yes, a rolling depression. Exactly. It's going to be awful.
Ugh.
It's so frustrating. Dang it, I keep getting the stupid Hufflepuff crest that I don't need. I've already got all of them. Come on, game.
Sorry.
It's just like...
Know what she needs and give it to her.
Come on. Give it to me. Come on.
I'm going to fight this pixie because I can.
Yeah, actually, I need to check my liquor cabinet because I think... I don't know if all of you guys are aware of this. I might have to find the video and put it in chat after I do this challenge. Zoe did a whole bunch of Wednesday night cocktails on her channel. And so she also did a tonic for trace detection. And she did it in my honor. I'm like, it's just like no one's ever made a cocktail like inspired by me before. So it's like, this is the nicest thing. But I bought the ingredients to the best of my abilities in rural Georgia. And made it. So I think I'm just gonna like be drinking that during the last weekend. So I need to check my liquor cabinet to make sure I have a significant.
What you need.
I have most of the ingredients, I think. I might need to make
I have
simple syrup.
4 bottles of mead.
Nice.
Yeah, I have 4 bottles of mead ready and waiting.
We actually have a bottle of mead, locally made.
Nice. Always the best.
Yeah, we got it for anniversary weekend last year. We went to a like a little bed and breakfast that was attached to a winery. And so because of COVID, they weren't doing like public wine tastings, but they were doing wine tastings for guests. And when we mentioned it was our anniversary, she gave us a couple of extra tastings, including the mead tasting. So we ended up buying a bottle of mead and then a couple of bottles of wine. And it was a little bit more expensive than what we normally buy for wine. Like our idea of like good wine, for us is like the $15 to $20 range. So that's like company wine. You know, we don't drink that if it's just us. And these were like the $20 to $30 range. So we were going all out. But the bottles all have fairies on them. So they're super, super beautiful. And like that's where we were staying, and it was for our anniversary. Yeah. So like we went ahead and got a couple of those bottles. Let me find Zoe's. Actually, I bet she has a playlist, and I could do. I have to pull up my subscriptions. No.
Snaz, I'm sorry that mead is hard for you to find. There's a place here in town that is a meadery. All they do is sell mead.
What?
And it's like the mead that I get is called Viking Blood. It's in a ceramic jug. It's imported from Denmark.
What? That sounds amazing.
It is very good. Someone gave us a bottle as housewarming gift, and yeah, we've bought 5 bottles since then of our own.
I mean, you know, if you find the good stuff, you gotta go
Yeah.
for it. All right, I'm hoping she might have a playlist of her drinks. Yes, she has a whole playlist of her Wizards Unite potion cocktails. There we go.
Yeah, yes.
So, actually, I think that's a great idea. People, man, Cindy, did you beat me to it?
Oh shoot. I tried to click on it and it ended up taking me out of your live stream.
Yeah, I did that too.
Oopsies.
Oops.
I have to right click and say open in a new tab.
Yeah. Cindy beat me to it. That's okay. But yes, definitely check out Zoe's potion cocktails. So the tonic for trace detection is very good. I can tell you that. And Snaz, mead, I can tell you it's available from there's a winery up in, where do we stay? It's obviously in the Northeast Georgia area. I can't remember if we stayed in Sotinakushi or if we stayed in Helen, but it was basically in that general area. Is where they have there's a winery that sells mead. That's if you want to go all the way up there.
Now,
but Helen's like a destination. Like you can go for there for a weekend. So it's a really tacky destination, but it's a lot of fun. Rowan is
it's a tacky destination, but it's a destination.
It's okay, so here's the thing. Helen is like fake German village. So everything is designed to look like fake, like to look like Germany, you know, like little
It's
like
the
gingerbread
Oktoberfest town.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And it's so tacky. But like they do have good German restaurants, and in the summer they have a bunch of because it's like right by the river, so you can go words are hard. Like tubing. You can go tubing down the river.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And it's in an area where there's a couple of like lots of cute little mountain towns in that area that have wineries and stuff. So there's a lot of like not just in Helen, but like around there. There's a lot of good wineries.
Okay.
But yeah, it's very tacky. Like it's but I mean
So
it's fun.
we actually-
like
Yeah. So Wolfie actually brews mead on occasion.
what? That's so cool.
We haven't brewed it in a while because we've been living in apartments.
Sure.
And now that we own our own home again, this is probably going to be happening this summer.
Cool.
But I don't know why more beekeepers don't, because the amount of honey you have to use to make a gallon of decent mead, you can get a lot more money by weight of selling it as alcohol than selling it as just straight honey.
That makes sense.
And I love the fact that, you know, if I drink locally made mead, then I can say, hey, it helps with my allergies because, you know, it's local honey, so it's going to help me. Local pollens.
Yep. If you say it enough times, it comes true.
Yeah, totally.
That's how science works.
Oh, yeah. Quantum physics does actually say that that's somewhat true.
Bye, campers. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you have a great evening.
Hey, thank you.
Snaz, I totally understand not liking Helen. It's, like I said, I mean, it's pretty tacky. We really like a lot of the areas around Helen. Like for our very first anniversary, we stayed in Sotinakushi, and we stayed at like a super nice bed and breakfast. And we didn't even realize that, because we had just moved to Georgia, we did not realize that there were so many wineries in North Georgia. And we also did not realize that our anniversary weekend was when they would do the Wine Highway event. So we, like, you know, bought a little wine passport for, I don't know, like $25, just for me, because Dan was our designated driver. And
And you got sloshed.
I totally did. Like, we just did a couple of them on Saturday, just because, like, we were already going to go hiking and, you know, had dinner reservations and stuff. But Sunday, we did, you know, I don't even know how many. And you just get like a small little bit, like maybe a glass of wine at each place. But it does not take long to get wine drunk. Especially, I was underweight at the time. I was really struggling with my Crohn's. Like, I hadn't started this whole journey of biologics. So I was tiny and got drunk really fast.
Yeah.
It was a lot of
Amazing how
fun.
that works. So there's a place up in, I think it's called Amana or something like that. It's up in Iowa. My mom and
Okay.
dad love to go there because they make a lot of delicious fruit wines.
Ooh.
And my mom does all of and it's all in this one strip, and they get a hotel on one side of the strip, and they walk down and taste all the things, and then walk up and taste all the things. My mom is sloshed by noon, and my dad thinks it's the funniest thing ever because she was such a teetotaler when I was growing up.
Oh.
And now that they don't have kids in the house anymore, they go out to these wine tasting events, and it's the funniest thing. He'll take the hilarious pictures of her in, like, antique shops and stuff. It's just, yeah.
I love it. That is definitely something, one of the things I miss because of COVID. We have this really cute town that when we bought our house, I was partly just excited that we would be closer to the cute town so that we can drive there in like 20 to 30 minutes instead of over an hour.
Nice.
But it's called Dahlonega. And they have wine tasting rooms for all of those different wineries in the North Georgia area, and antique shops. So, like, Dan and I'll go, you know, do a wine tasting, and it was just, like, a little tipsy because, you know, we'll do a tasting and then, like, maybe get a glass of wine or something. So it's just, like, 2 glasses of wine. But then we'll walk around all the antique shops, and it's so much fun. You know, when you're in your 30s, that's what counts as fun these days.
Yeah.
But when we were still playing Pokemon Go regularly, that's also where we would go for Community Day, because there's a college campus there that's, like, connected to the small town, so it's all walkable. And it's great.
Yeah.
There's tons of points of interest for, of course, you know, all Niantic games. And, like, enough people would go there, like, we didn't have to coordinate, which was really nice. And the thing is, it was great because the people in our county, we were still having to drive, like, 45 minutes to meet up with anyone in our area. So, like, well, we might as well go to the cute town instead. And then we would get there early, and we would go to the same Irish restaurant for lunch, which sat on a gym. So then we would bury defend the gym so that it would be like a blue gym before whatever event started. And then, yeah.
So you would get all your gold and stuff.
Of course. Yeah. And then walk around and then play for 3 hours. And then after playing for 3 hours, then we do a wine tasting, and that would end up that would finish out our day. So, you know, Pokemon Go Community Day was like 3 hours, and we would spend like 6 hours in this town, and it would just be like a really nice Saturday for us.
Very cool.
But, you know, then actually we kind of stopped with Wizards Unite because, like, we just didn't have time to devote 2 Saturdays every month to gaming.
Yeah.
So that's kind of when we stopped doing that.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to start it up again now that Now that Wizards Unite is ending.
Uh.
It's fine. It's fine.
You okay, hun?
I'm just so
Through the
sad.
camera hug.
Thanks, Rowan. Appreciate the through the camera hug. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's been hard for me to sleep this week because I think it's just getting so close to the end. It's just like really spiking my anxiety, and that it's just been hard to sleep because I'm so sad.
I mean, I know I've hit 60, but I don't want to leave the bus because then I'm going to see that I hit 60.
Oh my gosh, Rowan,
And then
that's
I
so
will
exciting.
be like, and that has ended, and now I've got, you know. I wasn't in any hurry to hit 60 because I thought, you know, I've got plenty of time.
Right.
Why should I rush?
Right.
Like, I was in no hurry to place all of the things with the stuff because I've got plenty of time. Why rush?
Right. And see, that's how I felt. Like, that was my perspective on adversaries. Like, especially as a rural player, like, you really have to seek them out and,
Yeah.
you know, basically travel, which I didn't want to do. And now I don't have time. Like, I might get Draco to gold.
Yeah, now that I haven't even gotten any of the lethals all the way, like, all placed. I think maybe the first one.
Yeah, I don't have any of the lethals placed.
Yeah.
Like, none of them are... Everything's on the base frame. Joseph, thank you so much for staying up and playing with us. You are a total rock star for staying up this late. Don't worry, I'll have my Thursday stream at the normal time next week. Actually, sorry, I should say this. So Thursday, obviously, I'm definitely streaming at my normal time. But I'm going to start half an hour early and run half an hour later. So it'll be a 3-hour stream instead of a 2-hour stream. And then the other days I stream next week, once I figure out my schedule, will also be 3 hours instead of 2 hours. Just because it is the final week. But and I'm gonna end this at 10:30, so we got 15 minutes.
Okay.
Which since we started a little bit late and since I am still awake, figure I'll just run till 10:30 instead of ending at 10.
A lot of tea. That should help.
Tea helps.
With the whole staying awake.
I mean, it's all herbal.
Yes.
I haven't had any caffeine since like 2
Yeah,
o'clock.
but still, you're constantly drinking, so.
Mm-hmm. This is good tea too. Yay! I finally got another Hogwarts coat of arms. That's 2.
Yay!
I've gotten like 5 Hufflepuff coat of arms, and it's ready to place. And I'm like, this is so annoying. Hey Terry, what are you having for dinner tonight?
Ooh, dinner is served.
Okay, since we're finishing up, I am going to jump down to dark because I want to do at least a little bit for spellbooks. I don't recognize these names. So I'm going to let the people in Dark 5 clear it out because I don't recognize any of those names.
Because we're almost done in ours.
Okay, perfect. I'll wait for Rowan.
We've got
that way
one
Rowan
dude
and
left.
I can be together.
Oh, there's a new Memories channel on the Expecto Go Discord. I have not seen it yet. I honestly haven't been there yet today.
Yeah, I'll have to go check that out. Okay. Rowan, are you done with yours? Are you still doing? You're still going? Okay.
Whoever is still fighting the thing.
That is fine. I will wait for you to be done, and then I will start Dark 5.
Doing the waiting dance. Okay.
Waiting dance.
Victory!
Waiting dance.
Okay.
Okay.
Dark 5?
Yeah, Dark 5.
Boop.
Cool.
Yay!
Perfect.
And we're with Cindy!
I know. I
she
love it.
never comes up because she's always on bacon.
I know. Cindy's always on bacon, so now Cindy gets to play with us. She gets to be our Magazoo. Healing it up. Chris, you're
All
about to
right,
get
the big one has been cast.
you're about to get all the focus.
I'm comfortable with that. Send me more focus, I'll send you guys shields. That sound like a fair trade?
It does. But with 3 ores, I just went ahead and I did all the hexing to get started. Also, do you need elites,
No, I do not.
Rowan? Okay. I realized I didn't think to ask you that. Because I already have all of mine.
No,
Cindy has all of hers.
I've been partialing the elites and then leaving so that other people who need them
Yeah.
can have them.
Yeah, I think it's funny because slowly through my streams, like, we've all been getting that, and now it's kind of like we all partial and then realize that everyone in the group has all of their elites. It's like, oh, okay.
To shove, I'll take them.
Right, like, if that's what there is, I don't mind doing an elite.
I know someone in one of my streams said that they got, like, in the teens, an awful lot of elites. So, shield for you, shield for you, shield for me, shield for Cindy.
Do you mean, like,
everybody's
by
got
teens that they still need elites? Like, they're that close?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that by the end of this, they will have achieved their goal.
Yes. I mean, I just got mine a couple weeks ago, so it's pretty new for me. And everyone here helped me. Because everyone partialed elites for me so that I could get them. No, I was trying to back out. And I went for the potions instead. Which, yeah, next week on stream, I'm just going to be using, like, all of my potions. I have so many potions. And
the Always Be Brewing is now backfired somewhat.
Well, it's like, what am I supposed to do with all these potions? I have so many of them. Like, I have tons of strong invigoration
I'm now
drafts.
brewing. I used to just exclusively brew, like, I wouldn't brew the invigoration or anything. It was just stimula potions and brain elixirs.
Yeah.
Or tonic for trace detection.
Sure.
And it's like, well, I don't need to do that anymore, so.
Well, I like the
now
strong
I'm
invigoration
doing
drafts. Like, if I was on the night bus and I wasn't coordinating, I like to use the strong invigoration drafts if I was doing a forest chamber, because I didn't always wait for a balanced group. Like, I would only do dark chambers if I had a balanced group. But for forest, I was like, well, I'll just, as long as I have someone else to play with, I don't care if we have all 3 professions. But then you kind of need the strong invigoration draft for being able to deterioration hex everything. Joseph, thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah. I hope you have a great weekend. Get some sleep.
Yes. Nighty-night.
Joanne has
I'm
400
doing a lot
potents,
more of invigoration droughts.
So she's curious if she can solo Dark 5. I think with your how many potents? That's a lot of potents. I think you'll get there.
Yeah. I tried to solo a Dark 5 as a professor once I maxed out my professorship.
Oh my gosh.
And I could not.
It's hard. I haven't tried soloing, but I did end up duoing as a professor because we had it was really annoying because like we had a Magizoologist and Auror and then me as professor in Dark 5. And
Yeah.
then like 5 seconds before the clock goes out, the Magizoologist jumped ship. And so
Oh no.
yeah, I was so frustrated.
But in all honesty, it's better the Magazoo than the Auror that jumped ship. Because if the Auror had jumped ship, you guys it would have been very difficult.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
and
they'd
so the
kept you
Auror
alive,
wanted to
but you
keep
wouldn't have
fighting. So I was like, well, if the Auror still wants to fight, like, I can keep fighting. So
Yeah.
All right, guys, that was my last challenge. I am
Yay.
going to see how many spellbooks I get, take care of these severes, and send out gifts to finish up stream.
All right. I'm going to come out of the chamber and see if my you've reached level 60 thing magically appears.
Yes!
Ready?
I'm so excited
Let's
for
see
you.
if happens.
Rowan Leech
Dun,
7
dun, dun,
level 60!
dun,
Woo! I am throwing invisible
Oh.
confetti. Very excited for you. That's awesome.
Taking a photo so I can put it on my Insta
Yeah.
and then showing it off. Yeah, y'alls.
All right, 8
Yay,
spellbooks.
dark detectors. I never use them.
8 spellbooks is really good considering I mostly was doing tower chambers, so I will take the 8
Not bad.
spellbooks. And then I'm going to go place this stupid Hufflepuff that I got so many times. Joseph got 10 spellbooks. That's excellent.
So, 1 spell book. Well, I get 2 at a time, so that's 2,
Yes.
4, 6, 8, 10,
Woo!
12,
What?
12.
That's awesome.
And I get to place Harry Potter's wand, which means that I'll be able to take the Wands of Dumbledore's Army 1 from copper to silver.
Yay! That's very exciting. That's definitely worth
Boop.
celebrating. Oh my gosh. I love it.
And would you like to prestige this thing? Why, yes, I would love to prestige this thing. Thank you for asking. Congratulations, you have prestiged your page.
Yay! Prestiging is so exciting.
I don't get that excitement much anymore.
I know. I unexpectedly got to silver on one of my 1920s pages the other day, and I was like, I can't believe this. Especially because, like, I haven't been walking a lot with the winter and everything, and...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to send out some gifts. Okay, so who here in chat... who is still trying to get to level 60? And I'll send you a good gift. So, all right. I think Ariellis.
Thank you so much, Cindy, and all of you guys.
I'm glad that you could be here on stream for.
I am too.
For leveling up to level 60. That's exciting. All right, Terry still needs high gifts. Can Terry open a gift from me? No. Rosie, are we friends?
And is Snaz still here? Did Snaz exit stage left?
I'm not sure.
Because I know Snaz is one of my patrons. I don't know if there's anyone else on here who's one of my patrons, but I just got a gold gift, and I give my gold gifts to my patrons, so...
Oh, very nice.
Snaz is here. I can give you my gold gift if you want it, but if you don't want it, I'm going to see who else here wants it. You're here. Snaz, do you want this gold gift? I can send it to you right now. I'm right here. You're right there.
Okay.
I can hit the
Annette
button and it's
wants
yours. You want it.
books. So there's Drum Girl. Let's see.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't need gold, so I'm like, I don't want to send it to you if you don't want it, but if you
Right,
want
right.
it, I got a gold. Yeah.
So, Rosie, if you still need XP, drop your friend code.
All right, I'm trying to figure out then if I still have. Oh, I think. Nope, they're level 60.
I know.
They're level 60. Like, I have an XP gift to actually send for once, and I don't.
Yeah, like most of my
Well,
friends
we'll
are
figure
level
that out later.
60. But, I'm definitely trying to, anyone I can help. Let me grab these severes real quick.
Liked a way to search someone on your friends list instead of having to switch from regular to alphabetical and stuff.
Yeah. Ooh, let's go get this emergency. Cause yeah, I need ministry manuals. Annette has 112,000 in gold, which is crazy. Yeah, Nicola. I mean, certainly. I mean, if anyone wanted to try and keep playing like through Discord or something, but I am done. I'm done hosting the night bus. I guess let me put it that way. So, yes, tell us how many spellbooks you got. Oh my gosh. Annette has 19,000 ministry manuals. Joanne has 81,000 in gold. Oh my gosh. Y'all are ridiculous.
I should check out what my gold is because I've been hoarding it this entire time. I never spend it, right?
Right, but now is the time to spend it.
35,600.
We have a week left. How much do you have?
35,600.
Okay, Rowan, you need to spend it. You gotta spend it.
Spending it. It's just that I have nothing I want to spend it on. Like, what am I going to buy? Potions? I've already got a gazillion of the darn things.
I mean, I just keep buying potions, ingredients.
When we had task lists right after the announcement happened and task lists showed up and we still had events with task lists, I used my potions to get through, like, my gold to get all through those as quick as possible. Because I'm like, well, I gotta use it for something.
Yeah.
But
yeah, more silver keys is something you can spend with your gold. Yeah, I'm with Annette. Buying potions and ingredients. Nicola got 16 spellbooks. That's amazing. Well done.
Nice job. Field clap for you.
Joanne has over 86,000 field guides and over 34,000 ministry manuals. Oh my god. Let me show you guys what I have, what I'm working with. I have 50 ministry manuals because I just bought another node and I have 17,000 field guides. So I'm so close to finishing out my Calamity Essentials. I have 4 more nodes left. And it's the ministry manuals that are holding me up. Like, everything else is fine.
Yeah. I have over 11,000 field guides. And I have 0. I have, 3. I have 3 ministry manuals.
Hey, it's just totally unbalanced. So
yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
Because it is 7:30 and I need to eat.
Yes. Go get some food. But thank you so much for hanging out with us and for being a guest on my stream. And I'll try and show up in your chat on Monday for a couple hours and before I go to sleep.
Right.
So yeah,
Thank you all so much. It was wonderful playing with all of you.
Rowan, drop your y'all,
Drop my
words are
what?
hard. Drop your links. Drop your YouTube and Twitch links in chat real quick.
Okay.
Because since I actually set the live stream
So
in
there's my
advance,
Twitch.
I had not edited it yet.
Mhm.
That's weird. It's not showing up. You're putting this in chat? There
Yeah,
it is.
I put it in.
Okay.
Put my Twitch in chat.
Slow.
I don't have my YouTube memorized. Well, I do. I just don't have it like easily accessible. So I'm gonna go copy paste because
I probably have it.
I know that it's like I think it's /C/
I got it.
Rowan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you're welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's great to play, and I sent out some friend requests, so I'll just go through later and figure out who is under 60, and I'll send you guys either wit sharpening, if I have it. There's the one gold gift. The Magnificent, I have one friend who has not completed her first profession, so I always save the Magnificent runestone gifts for her. So, but yeah, and stay tuned. I'll definitely be streaming next week, and don't forget Rowan is streaming on Monday night, the same time as I stream tonight. So,
Same bat time, different bat channel.
yeah. All right. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, au revoir, witches!